Thanks for staying with us. Last week, a U.S. Army veteran was arrested for displaying an American flag upside down out of protest for a pipeline going in near his home. Ron, do you think this man's rights were infringed upon?
That's a difficult situation. I will go back to a movie in time which was called The Lost Castle. The Last Castle. It was called The Last Castle by James Gandolfini and Robert Redford.
Yep.
And at the end of that movie, they were going to fly the flag upside down because they had taken the prison over.
Yeah.
And Gandolfini was the prison warden. And Gandolfini, when he thought Redford was going to fly that flag upside down, so the whole guard force was ready to shoot him if he did that. He put the flag on the pole and started to raise it. And he was shot.
Yeah.
Okay? And when he was shot, then as he was going down, he pulled the flag up. The flag wasn't upside down. The flag was where it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I got a problem with the guy. I don't care if he's a veteran. I'm a military veteran myself. First Amendment right. We wanted to have a constitutional amendment to ban the flag from being burned. I think this is equally as disgraceful to the flag, and I don't see it as a First Amendment right to fly the flag upside down in distress just because you've got a pipeline going past your house.
Right. So something important to note here is that, traditionally, all right, so it was upside down underneath of a Chinese flag.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm going to put the Chinese flag aside for a moment just because that's absolutely crazy. And so an upside down United States flag is normally used as a sign of I'm in distress.
Yeah.
So in this case, he could have actually been, saying that, hey, I'm in distress, and someone could have, stopped and did a welfare check to see if he was okay. I think, in my opinion, that's almost as bad as calling up 911 for something that actually you don't need to call 911 for. At the same time, though, I'm a little disturbed by the Iowa statute. All right, now let me read it to you here. It says, it's a misdemeanor to publicly mutilate, deface, defile, defy, trample upon, cast contempt on, satirize, deride, or burlesque, either by words or act, such flag, standard, color, ensign, shield, or other insignia of the United States. Now, I have my concerns on that, because at what point do we draw the line between a genuine criticism of the United States government and just completely off-the-wall desecration of the flag? In this case, I think that, with the Chinese flag flying above it and the flag flying upside down for no reason whatsoever, I think in this case, yeah, that was a little bit off the wall. But at the same time, so I'm a satire writer, okay? If I want to do satire of something that's going on in the United States, can that law actually be used against me? That if I just include a picture of the flag in my satire article, that they could use it against me? I don't know. I'm not an attorney. But I really worry sometimes about First Amendment protections in the U.S. when it comes to, hey, the people need to be able to criticize their government.
Absolutely. And that's just like in the Second Amendment right.
Yes.
It doesn't say everybody, regardless of how mentally deranged they may be, should have access to a weapon.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing. But to fly it upside down is one thing. To fly it under a Chinese flag is something a little bit different. So I would not support him having the benefit of a First Amendment right as a defense.
Yeah. Janice?
Why was he so upset about the pipeline going in?
I'm not really sure.
I don't understand why you would fly the flag in a supposed moment of distress because there's a pipeline going in.
If I remember correctly, he was concerned that while they were installing the pipeline that they might damage, I think, his water main or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of unusual. I don't think we know all the details on the circumstances. I suspect there's more than what we're being told.
Right, exactly.
So,
Well, when we put sewer lines in years ago and you blasted,
Right.
you had to go by, take pictures of people's foundations, pictures of their
Absolutely.
basements, etc. And then when the blast, because some places you blast 18 feet deep, so it's gravity flow.
Right.
And after it's all over, they come in, they check your interior of your house, they check everything to make sure. And in
Nothing
this
was
particular
infected.
case, they hadn't even started it yet.
Right.
So it's not like it was, they were out in front of his house getting ready to blast. It was, we're talking about it.
Yeah, and like I said, I think there's a lot more to it than we're being told, and maybe we'll find out in the future a little bit more. Next up, Fast 5. We're back in 3.